All right, family, how you doing? This is Aislee with Hustle Dads and Family Legacy Club coming to you with an update video. And as you can see, you see the countdown right here. I'm getting ready to jump into CZ's kitchen in about 20 seconds. And I'm doing it live here. And so if you watch one of my previous videos, you know it's launching today. I put it out there, putting out another video here shortly. And I'm doing it on my phone here, 11, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, whatever, while I'm recording this live to you guys. 1, let's go. All right, confirm. I'm starting out with 2, BNB. I'm in there, family. Is waiting on confirmation, and confirmation be coming through. Transaction number 87 complete, and that is it. I am in there. Contract already has $2,000 in it. You can't see this on this screen because I'm not connected to my wallet on this screen, but I'm just letting you guys know this thing is taking off already. I was able to get 299 chefs at that price, coming in at 2 BNB. So that's just from the beginning what 2 BNB gets you in the beginning. I'm doing that because I'm going to be tracking this in my spreadsheet, because 2 BNB may give you 500 chefs later down the road as the contract balance increases. So this kind of lets you know, it may be advantageous for you to get in a little bit later than it is right at the beginning. And when I say beginning, all of this within the first 2 weeks is the beginning. The first 7 days especially. Now if you get in the first minute, hour, couple of hours, like I'm doing right here, great. I didn't get into baked beans, of course, too much later. And as it was going up its up curve last month, in the last month, and was able to do very well, take advantage of it. However, the sooner you're able to get in and make a decision on these things, the better. So really quick, what you want to do, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not your financial advisor. You have to do your own assessment, risk levels, assess that, and don't deposit anything that you can't afford to lose. All right, no house money, rent money, bill money, any of that. And so real quick, I want to show you guys, when you go to CZ's kitchen and you go down to the bottom here, this is where you're going to find a lot of white paper, and you're going to find the audit gap radar, where it's at, the Twitter, and the Telegram room for chatting. So make sure you click on that. When you click on, let's say this right here, which is going to have everything in here. All right, and I went through this the other day, but I just want to show you guys some things that's really key. So if you look here, this gives you the story, because they built a whole campaign, and stories sell, guys. Having a story or logo, mascot, all of that, so that you can kick your vision and mission is important. Whether you think so or not, it is. So people will get behind a project. This tells you what separates them. This is a minor rewards pool protocol. So when you hear rewards, you know that your initial money is locked in the contract. You can't get that back. You get that back through rewards, all right, that you can withdraw. That's how it works, all right? This is not like you got principal and interest. So you need to know how that works. It's 8%. In here, you're going to see basically about 7.1%. That's why it's good to have audits, so you see the details, how this works, and key, innovative, and first ever ecosystem of its kind. So they built that around the mining to help it last, develop, and build a lot of hype and momentum. All right, I call it hype and momentum just because people like that. It builds confidence. Really, it's not even hype; it's confidence. The reason I jumped in this real early, I have a lot of confidence in this project. The way I've watched them, kick it off and what they put into it. when you have someone that put in, a lot of these projects don't have a lot of this stuff. That means someone's taking the time and effort to really put some thought behind this project. All right, so the difference. First minor protocol that implements a treasury. All right, you get to read about the treasury. I'll show you a little diagram in a minute and how they use the treasury to help support incubator program. So with all these baked bean miner forks, they are ones that's coming forward and saying, hey, we're going to help you guys, which my group or team or folks I come back in, especially in the network marketing world, when they get their hands on this stuff, I'm a little bit ahead of the curve with the people in my circle and my network with this. A lot of them don't even have Metamask wallets, don't even know what a Metamask is, and so this is, if you're looking at this information and you're, myself, especially a minority, a person in a minority, that this may be brand new. And so you are ahead of the curve on a lot of people with just being in this space. They have no idea. All this is fake money to them. Fiat, which is really the other money is fiat money, is the fake money. But, this is the gold rush and the biggest transfer of wealth, in my opinion, that's happening in our lifetime. You may have heard that before with different industries, different things, but nothing been so far transitional like this whole cryptocurrency, metaverse, and NFTs, and this project, this decentralized. It's just flipped the game. I mean, the possibilities and what's available to everyday average people is incredible. And so people got to wrap their heads around it as much as possible, dig in. They're going to miss out. Ecosystem breakdown. So this breaks down the ecosystem. They got the P2E game, master chefs, NFTs would be also very limited. They got the merchandise, the incubator, and some more things to be announced. They haven't even announced yet, centered around this whole project that helps support it, to make it big and grow and keep this thing moving. So in the first, I guess, what time is it? 8 minutes. It's already 2,000 BNB in the contract. All right, so 2,000 BNB is crazy, right? Because BNB is at about $400 today, a little bit less than 400, I guess, for one BNB. So you take that 2,000, multiply that by 400, you're looking at 200 times 8, $160,000 in a few less than 10 minutes. So I anticipate that this is going to be one of the biggest launches in these DApp mining projects, because I got into roast beef, which is another one you'll see in my links, and roast beef is doing great. However, it's kind of hit a plateau, and after only a week and some change, it's going to do great for a while. I think it's going to hover, but it went to 10,000 BNB in a week. So this right here may do, it's going to break that record. I know that. I mean, it's going to do 10,000 in a week, but it probably will do that in maybe 2-3 days. I'm curious, where it's going to go today, because it's at 2,000. Probably be at 5,000 before the end of today, or it could be even more. I'm just curious. It's going to be interesting. The business model. Let's go. So this is what I was telling you. The treasury down here that it has. This might be kind of small for you to see. So when you click on it, you'll check it out. How they, percentage of the NFT is going to come help feed the pot. The incubator, partnerships, the merchandise, the game, and this treasury. So this treasury is a good idea. What I like about it is, so I come from a real estate investing background where we raise capital, put in a project, money that we raise, put in that project kicks back income, passive income that we, put back in the pot, and so they're able to take some of the money from this project and, put that into another project that helps feeds this thing and makes it more sustainable. Only makes sense. It depends on what projects they put in and how good those projects are to help feed this thing and keep this thing going. So it's a good idea, that business model there. I like it. Treasury investments is just, these are the investments that goes in that treasury that I was saying, depends on what the investments. So they're going to be investing in farming and staking pools. One just launched yesterday, a staking pool, bull. You'll see it in my actually description. So it's called BULLSTAKE. Inside plays. We're going to monetize from our network and connections by investing in inside plays. So inside plays just sound like, hey, you in the know. You got someone, another project that I'm in with AI technology, a trading bot with a twist on it, because trading bots are hot right now. So whether it's trading crypto or Forex, and my partner and I, we're learning to trade ourselves. But while we're learning, we're also taking advantage of some trading platforms. And this platform we got that's tied to an NFT for access to it is crazy. It hadn't launched for us yet. I mean, we've already invested and got it started, but we can't wait for it to launch. And then we'll, add it and give you guys some more updated information as we, add that to our wallets and portfolios here very soon. But it's going to be crazy. I'm anticipating that will really slow down me with a lot of these other projects, because it's going to get a majority, I would say 60 to 80% of the allocation is going to be allocated in my funds and things that I'm doing towards that. And it's only going to make more sense for me to focus more on that than a lot of different these dApps, because you're going to run into a problem. You're going to have to figure out the time cost of money for you. And what that means is managing a lot of different programs. So like with us, I'm becoming a lot more scrutinized with these mining dApps, because there's so many of them. And then you got to, do your due diligence to find out which ones are going to be most beneficial. That's going to look very good for you to put your time and money and efforts into. And so what I like to do, I'm doing a lot of the initial legwork for you. If you're watching a lot of the videos where you can go and watch some other follow-up videos, some other folks. So if I put you on to something that you're not aware of, just check around. YouTube University is great. You can check a lot of stuff out. However, I just ask, if I turn you on to it, please come back and use my link, my referral link. All right, and let's build a collaboration and network together, and so that we can build something long term instead of short term with short term projects. So I'm thinking long term with a lot of these, with short term, using some short term strategies and projects to build long term. Some people don't like teams and building teams and things. I'm more of old school and new school, meaning that I like to use the technology that's in front of us. And my partner and I have a website that we have some software and stuff in place to help people so that they don't have to go through the model of building a team by chasing family and friends, and using the power of the internet and attracting like-minded people to you. So we like to attract those that are looking to build wealth, financial freedom, and build a legacy to us and what we're doing. And we connect and find other people in that space than convincing anybody to do anything. All right. They say it's easier to run with 1,000 than it is to carry one. All right. And what that means is it's self-explanatory. You need to be running with those that are running the same direction, momentum that you, as opposed to trying to drag and carry someone who doesn't see it yet. Let them see it when they get the opportunity to see it on their own time or whatever, and you just drip information And eventually one day they'll come back. I've had this many a time. Oh, you were trying to tell me about A, B, C, D during, and people got stuff going on in their life. I got stuff going on in my life today, whatever. And so there's people trying to get my attention to certain things that I may not see and I may miss out. Hopefully, what's in for me, what's in store for me is in store for me. So that's what it is. All right, so let's get back to this. I digressed. High APC. These are different investments that they plan on doing, many more. So let's print together. Let's print that money together. So I like their whole attitude, because they're like, hey, let's get this paper. And so, hey, I'm about getting that paper at the same time with keeping my integrity in place. So that's really key. It's not by all means necessary. All means necessary as far as effort, but as far as violating any of my personal integrity and rules and stuff like that, no. All right, our approach. Minor protocol has gained a lot of popularity. Yep, and we will establish a strong bond between team, project, and investors. So it sounds like they get it. Building a strong, loyal, educated community. Nowadays, you're going to hear that. You're going to see that community thing. That's why you hear me talk about Family Legacy Club. What am I talking about? It's about our community that we're building. My partner Aliyasa and I, whether it's just, if it comes down just the two of us, it's like, how's your community? And one day, that two, maybe 20,000. And that two could just be us. Because the thing about it is, what we're doing, the projects and things that we're participating in, we don't need a whole lot of people to join us in order for us to be successful and do what we need to do. That's the difference. So like if you're out there in the network marketing space, you really can't make money unless you build a huge team, right? If you try to sell the initial product that you sell, you're not going to be able to sell enough of it to make anything significant, because of the way the marketing, the compensation plans is built out. You may earn a certain little percentage on what your personal sales are, but then, the bulk of it comes from a lot of people doing a little bit as opposed to you doing a lot. I come from that background, understand all of that. All right. And so what I like about what we're doing today is that, we can make very life-changing income just off our own efforts and how we're positioning ourselves in a lot of these projects because of the effect of compounding. Compounding interest, if you heard of it, the compounding and recompounding effect helps you go like this until very exponentially. So with that being the case, that's what building a team helps you get exponentially. But if you can do that without the team and then you get a team on top of it, you're talking about a rocket launch. So that's our plan, our approach, how we do it. And if you like what you see, you want to jump on or join with some folks that are paving the way in this space, then great. If you already know everything you need to know and you know it all, and you great. If you can bring something to the table because you know a lot and you can add to the team, great as well. Appreciate it. All right, let's get to the marketing strategy. All right, advertising. No matter how great your product is, check out the marketing guys. I'm not going to go into reading this whole thing for you. But marketing is key in anything that you do. All right, in marketing, they did a great job of marketing, getting this stuff out here. They use some YouTubers. Myself, I'm very new YouTube space. This is just going on my first 30 days in this space. And I'm using YouTube as a way of kind of documenting my journey anyway and building the channel. Just what I just repeated. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but building a channel for the community so that folks can go back and see. They can go through the history of, okay, what was Aislee and Hustle Dads and Family Legacy Club, which we have a channel there that Occasionally we'll do a video or two in that area, in that space, as we build that and as we grow, so folks can see and they can learn. They can learn from our successes and our mistakes. I put on here not just the good. I put on here the good, the bad, the ugly, everything. All right. I try not to hide anything, and you do sometimes to protect people, but you need to let people know when there's opportunities for you to learn. When you get knocked down, you can get back up. So I ran into an opportunity I think was a scam that I got, lost some money on. Now, I can just lay down and quit. I can keep moving forward, and I can share with you that experience so that you know what I did wrong, how to avoid it, how to look out, so we can help each other look out. Because you can help shut down scam stuff very quickly by having a community that's aware, and we make each other aware of something like, hey, that's a scam, avoid that. And it's almost like a boycott. You can boycott that thing, and they're gonna have to get right or get out the way. They're not going to get everybody. They're not going to get all of us. All right, you'll make your little $1 or $2. You could have did it the right way and made a lot of money, but you do it the wrong way, you're going to lose out. All right, let's see. Formula for success: create a story. That's what I was telling you, and a character surrounding it. Bring innovation to already proven business model. So the business model with the baked beans already shown success. So now they're bringing some innovation to that and adding their twist. I always call it twist, because people, my partner and I always talking, and I'm just like, the wheel works. You don't have to reinvent it. But at the same time, you can add your little flair to it. And that's how Michelin came with their brand of tires. That's supposed to be still a tire, but, they're innovative with it. Execute well-prepared marketing plan. Focus on established partnerships with other protocols. Keep creating and innovating. We have no limit. This is great. I'm going to have to take some of this because I love the word innovating and creating. You have to create. Those that create is produce. Produce something. I don't care what it is. Right now, I'm producing videos. I'm producing content. I'm producing information out there so I can add and to the community, as opposed to just, take someone who wants to get rich quick without adding any value to the community. So guys, hopefully these videos and things that I'm doing are adding value to you, pointing you in the right direction. You're learning, growing, so that you can become a million or billionaire. Yesterday I was listening to that song by Bruno Mars. It was really very inspirational. All right, so our goal, we will become the ultimate passive income protocol. Wow, bold statement. I like it. Goal without a plan is just a dream. This whole, they've been listening to a lot of motivational speakers and taking a lot of their words or content and put it into here. It's good though. I like it. If you think about it, everything has been programmed for success. Ideology, design, use, case, plan. We will be protocol that every design or I don't even know what that word, or long-term investor will fall in love with. Nice. Okay. Here they are, the social medias, white paper, website, the roadmap, breakdown, submit the contract, create design, website, social media, form the core marketing team for projects, influencers, partners, marketers, advisors, disclose the social media profile to public, initialize marketing phase 1. Once in phase 1, our marketing plan will continue until the day of launch. So wow, they did this stuff here so far. It's like a roadmap for anybody to use. So this is nice. Once we initialize phase 1 of marketing, we will continue until the day of launch. Launch plus marketing phase 2. Marketing phase 2 will be initialized on the day of launch, which is today. It's going to be aggressive and strategic marketing. Announce our first partnership. Wow. Open our incubation program. Wow. Create internal communities and focus on marketing based on geographic segments. Yep, because once you open up here, then you put the information in different languages and actually access to people that's in different countries. I've seen some of the other protocols already do that. Social media dominance is achieved. We move to ambassador program. Wow, I didn't even see this. Celebrities on board that would like to become the next master chef. Wow. Announce our first celebrity partnership. And initialize a massive YouTube plus Twitter campaign. Merchandise. Okay, if they accomplish this is going to be crazy. Crazy. Once absolute social dominance is achieved, we move forward to implement our next phase of the ecosystem, Master Chef's token plus NFTs, NFT marketplace, very soon adapt exclusive NFT line that will grant you access to the inner circle, NFT line that will be very limited, shift to new market Twitch plus YouTube gamers. Only once after everything of the above mentioned is executed, we will release white paper version 2. Our focus and goal will never change. We want to be and will be the ultimate passive income protocol, not only on BSC, but also multi-chain. Wow, so this is on the BNB BSC chain BP20 network, and there's some other chains. So with some of the other protocols, I think have release, but kind of went ahead and did kind of prematurely is what I'm looking for. A little prematurely and kind of suffering. They have a great idea. They just don't have all the pieces put behind it to really make going from this chain, in BNB to like, Manic and AVAX are pretty two different chains and coins that are popular with the mining, but there's a few more that are not getting much traction because they've been done, I think, a little prematurely. So I'm curious to see what they do. Keep in mind that every contest and event for creators or the community giveaways and social engagement initiatives considered as part of our marketing plan. That's why they haven't been included in the roadmap. Okay. So talks about the 6-in-1 strategy. If you don't know about the 6-in-1, hire chefs, compound 6 days a week. You eat clean on the 7th day. That's what you really want to get any community that's operating this under that strategy to keep it long term and keep it going. These projects die when more money is coming out of the contract than going in. So it's going to take off initially like this, right? And you want to keep that going so that as people start taking money in, you need new money coming in. And new money, most of these protocols are just people that just dump money in, hopefully getting it out. With them using the Treasury and some of the other means to help feed this, it can help prolong it longer. At some point, with the compounding, it's really hard to keep up that pace because the money compounding takes a curve, like, when I say curve, like this, and so money coming in has to almost like compound or multiply. That's why you have to have multiple, with their model, ways that money is coming into the contract to feed this TVL. And so it's going to be very interesting. Like you said, they are everyone is adding more layers to make this protocol, like what they say, they plan on being the best. And as long as you stay innovative to where, these projects just keep getting better and better for folks to be able to win. All right. So the answer, is it too late? They say, so in our case, it's never too late. Well, it's not late now. I'll tell you that. You're watching this video, you're in the first week, the first month. Baked beans didn't take off until like 4 months. 4 months in, it was out since November and didn't really take off until last month. These new ones, they're taking off now. just because of baked beans, so I feel real good about this, what I see, so never too late. I can't answer that, but I'm telling you, there are some things, and you watch some of the videos, we're going to show you what to look for so that you can time getting in. And one good thing about theirs, with the incubator, new programs taking off is going to help feed this program. So they're looking to be one of the granddaddies, so to speak, hopefully, at that launch of the programs. So if you're in or looking at this and you're worried about never too late, there are a lot of Forex programs. Just pay attention so that you can know the next best one to get into, and so that you can be prepared when it launches. All right. I wasn't prepared for baked beans when it took off. I put a little bit of money in it, guys, and I put in what I could afford. That's why. But as we grow, as my money is growing in a lot of these different programs, I'm just recycling it. I'm not touching it or spending it or taking it out of these wallets, trying to take it back to cash or any of that. I'm just, putting in these different programs to kind of grow it to something significant, so I can get it somewhere to where putting in $5,000 or $10,000 is money I can afford to lose. There are some folks I'm following online that they put in $5,000 to $10,000 in some of these projects. They can afford to lose that, and it's not going to hurt them because they built up their pool of money that's allocated for these projects. And so when they go in, that's why some of the people in baked beans now are in a day's time frame able to pull out $20,000, $30,000, $40,000. I know that sounds kind of crazy to you if you not familiar with how this stuff works. And someone being able to pull out, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 in a day. That's what their rewards are generating in a day. That don't mean they claim them every day, but that's available for them. They want to let it build up a couple of days. They can have that build up, and that's a good chunk of money just off investing, putting in a few $1,000s. So but get in where you fit in. Like for me, I was able to put in, a couple of $100, and so at the end, I probably, by the time baked beans is done, pull out a few thousands of dollars. So that's the goal. And also with roast beef. With this right here, I did a little bit more than my normal. Not much more, because, I still got money I'm collecting and pulling out some of the other wallets, and so as it grows, this project, I may come back in with a little bit more, but we're going to see. We are going to see. All right. So with that being the case, guys, let's move here. I'm not going to go through what are chefs and dishes. You have to look that up. Daily return, 8%. TVL. Can I get my initials? No. Referrals, 12.5%. So guys, use my referral link if you're watching this, and if you're sharing this, use somebody else's referral link. All right. This is what the tax is going towards, which is key. It's 8%, a little higher, a good bit higher than baked beans. But they're using, as long as they use the money, correctly, towards what it needs to be, it's going to be nice. What's the best strategy? The 6 and 1. Go through that. What are the fees? Oh, so back and forth. What are the fees? What is the strategy? All right. So with that being the case, just to show you, you can go to DAP Radar and track how this is doing. It's brand new start from scratch. So the first day, you're not going to see much at all, because it's going to be somewhat of a delay. And so after a couple of days, you're going to be able to see some graphs and data on how this is doing and track that. This is the audit. All right. So when you click down at the bottom to go to the audit, is Hayes Crypto, Hayes Audit. They point out high issue. This is high risk. All right, so don't be fooled. You know, ROI is considered high risk. All right, and they'll tell you, you know, why. Don't let that scare you. You just need to understand it. All right. This goes through this. I went through this yesterday, day before a little bit, but it breaks everything down, just pretty much like in their report there. So you want to check that out. You know, when you click on the official audit, it goes into a little bit more detail on a few things that you need to pay attention to. So I want to point one thing out in here. This is what I was talking about, 7.1%. So the basic interest rate on the initial date is approximately 7.1% daily. You know, that fluctuate, you know, and even lower, of course, depending on how much you eat or claim. But, you know, that lets me know not to expect 8%. If you get up to 8%, great, that's gravy. But I'm counting on 7.1. That's what's in the audit, no matter what else anything else says. So the daily rate will be changed based on the positive withdrawals of other users. So this is, you know, how they kind of calculate the chefs and dishes down here. This is more I have to kind of see and play with my spreadsheet to understand. The basic understanding is you put $1,000 in, you get 7.1% of that on average or whatever. You're looking at $71 a day. All right. So you divide, you know, 7 into 100. You're looking at 15 days, basically, before you earn your return back. But you can't eat 15 days straight. That's why you compound. So normally this is going to take you, you know, roughly about 6 weeks if you eat 1 day a week to recuperate and get out of the red into the black. All right. And if, you know, you can make it before that, if you have some referrals, you build that. So like with me, with other projects, you know, in the first 2 weeks, because of referrals, I was able to make enough money or make what I initially put in. So that's always a bonus. A lot of this stuff was on their website that's in the audit. So check this out. You know, it's good information to have. And yes, guys, yes, fam. That is pretty much it. You can go to the Twitter page. I went to the Twitter page yesterday, and you know, they're doing marketing and using Twitter, and you can copy a lot of the Twitter information and share it. But that's part of their marketing to get the word out. So you definitely want to get the word out. And going back here, so it's been about a little bit over 30 minutes, and the contract, like I said, in the first few minutes, went all the way up to 2,000 BNB, and I've seen it kind of stay in the 2,000, 2,200 BNB right now. So we're going to monitor that throughout the day. Sound like I'm a little tired, so you know, I may not sound as excited as I usually do, but I'm truly excited. Just kind of reserved right now, guys, as we go through a lot of information. There's several different programs, platforms that I have not been able to create content or videos and show you guys yet, because I'm just cleaning up a lot of the stuff that's moving very fast. These dApps are moving very fast, but there are programs that are not like dApps that are very good, that are not as high risk as these right here, that I'm definitely going to be sharing. One or two I've already shared on the channel. I'm getting ready to share. And then how you manage this is very important. And what ends up happening is, you know, you may not have a lot of time, and so you have to be strategic. But as you start making more money in certain areas and start catching your attention, then your time allocation changes. Like, for example, for me with Hustle Dads, I've recently picked up doing some delivery services for, Uber Eats, DoorDash, Grubhub, the food delivery, and there's some other delivery apps outside of food where doing some shopping and stuff like that, and picking up or dropping off stuff, and that's good extra money. I can make in a couple of hours, $80 to $100 add to my investment pot. So if you don't have much money to allocate towards this, but you got time, 2 hours in a day that you can go and do some stuff, there are different little hustles you can do to pick you up some money, so that now you can then put in the stuff that earn money while you sleep. So I take linear income, right? That's money you work for. You trade time for dollars. And then I'll put that into a passive income opportunity so that I can generate money when I'm asleep. All right. So that, and I also like to build equity. So the reason I do real estate, because you can make money when you sleep every month. So, you take linear income, W-2 money, and you put that into your passive, and you grow the passive to where if it grows exponentially, use that, before you know, at some point, you're going to know when it's time for you to leave certain linear income opportunities and things alone. Like, it's a struggle for me to do some DoorDash and some of these deliveries some days, just because I'm cranking out videos and content that I know are going to, add to my bank account down the road. It's not immediate like those. Like, I make money that night, that day when I do those. When I do these here, it may take a little while, but the rewards are much greater as far as the vision. So hopefully you guys get that and understand that. That's just some of the rules and laws of, money and building income and wealth, and the type of lifestyle that we're looking to build and share with others. All right, guys, with that being the case, make sure that you subscribe, like, and share these videos. I won't be able to edit a lot of my ahs and ums and all of that out of this video. So if you watch this to the end, please excuse me, because I'm trying to get this video up to you as quickly as possible and prepare for some other content and things that we have going on. With that being the case, this is Aislee with Hustle Dads and Family Legacy Club. I'll see you next time. Peace.